What's up, everybody? Guess what list we're going to reveal? That's right. That's right. We're going to reveal my top 20 Cartoon Network shows from the 2000s. Now, just a clarification, you will not see shows like Dexter's Laboratory, Johnny Bravo, The Powerpuff Girls, Ed, Ed and Eddie, and Courage the Cowardly Dog on this list. Yes, they continue their run throughout the 2000s, but they premiered in the 1990s. These are only Cartoon Network shows that premiered between 2000 and 2009. So without further ado, let's get right into this list. Number 20, My Gym Partner's a Monkey. This show is about Adam Lyon transferring from a human school to an animal school. The show premiered on the last Monday of 2005, the day after Christmas, Kwanzaa, December 26th, and it ran until Thanksgiving Day 2008, November 27th. 4 seasons and 52 episodes. Why do I have it at number 20? Because I'm not a huge fan of My Gym Partner's a Monkey. I mean, the show is okay, but the title of the show confuses me. I'm like, why couldn't they name it Adam Goes to Animal School or something? It would have been cool, much better if they would have named it Adam Goes to Animal School. I'm like, what's with cartoon shows nowadays having long titles? Why can't it be short and simple? Shout out to soon to be birthday boy Do Not 1999. I remember he called the show in one of his old Cartoon Network rants, My Gym Partner's an Asshole, which that was funny to me. It was a good show, but I'm just not a fan of it, which is why I don't have it higher than 20. The show will be 20 years old next month, the day after Christmas. I cannot believe it. Oh, man. Anyway, let's keep going. Number 19, The Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack. This is about a young boy who grew up inside a talking whale, sets sail for magical Candid Island, accompanied by Captain Knuckles. Flapjack ran for 3 seasons and 46 episodes from June 5th, 2008, 12 days before my 17th birthday and before the Celtics beat the Lakers in the finals, and ran until August 31st, 2010. Reruns of the show aired on Cartoon Planet between 2012 and 2014, and reruns also aired on Boomerang. Flapjack was all right, but people said that I heard people say that it was kind of a knockoff to SpongeBob. And it was kind of a knockoff to SpongeBob. I mean, you got Flapjack as SpongeBob, and you got Captain Knuckles as Mr. Krabs. Thurop Van Orman created the show, and he also did the voice of Flapjack. Flapjack received 2 Primetime Emmy nominations, 2 Annie Awards, and 1 Golden Reel Award nomination. Thurop Van Norman Thurop Van Orman came up with the idea of the show since early 2001. So then it premiered like 7 years later. Anyway, Flapjack is all right. Number 18, Megas XLR. Megas XLR gets overlooked by some people. But by me, no. It revolves around two slackers, Mechanic Coop and his best friend Jamie, who finds a mecha robot from the future named Mechas. This show only ran for one season and 26 episodes, or 22. Or it ran for 2 seasons and 26 episodes from May 1st, 2004 to January 15th, 2005. Oh man, this show right here gets overlooked. The reason why it was canceled because of low ratings. Damn, Cartoon Network, you did this show dirty. Megas XLR deserves a comeback. Despite of its low ratings, the show still had possible reception. It was ranked number 4 in ToonZone's Tunes of the 2000s Top 5 Cartoon Network Originals. But Megas XLR deserves a comeback. Definitely underrated. Number 17, Class of 3000. This was about Sonny Bridges, voiced by creator and Outkast member Andre 3000. He becomes a music teacher. This was another show that Cartoon Network did dirty, lasting for only 2 seasons and 26 episodes. From November 3rd, 2006 to May 25th, 2008. But I'm hearing rumors saying that Andre 3 Stacks want to bring the show back, and I hope he does, because it deserves another season. I was looking at a list of the top 10 Cartoon Network shows that were canceled but deserves a second chance, and Class of 3000 was on that list. I believe it was in the top 5. Class of 3000 100% deserves a comeback, so let's hope Andre 3000 brings this show back because it was so good. It definitely had wonderful music. Number 16, Chowder. This was about Chowder, who has a dream of becoming a chef one day. This show ran for 3 seasons and 49 episodes between November 2nd, 2007 to August 7th, 2010. It would have been cool if they would have made one Chowder episode where they had Chowder in his puppet form. The puppet segments would happen at the end of every episode. And at the end, they would say, "You don't know what you're missing if you aren't in the kitchen." Chowder was also on the list of the top 10 Cartoon Network shows that were canceled and deserves a second chance. And they put that in number 3. So do y'all think Chowder deserves a 4th season? Or do you think it was a good show? They should just leave it alone. Just let me know in the comments. And not to mention, I did call one YouTuber the character Schnitzel. And you know who the hell I'm talking about. Number 15, Camp Lazlo. We all know Camp Lazlo was created by Joe Murray, who's known for creating Nickelodeon's Rocko's Modern Life. It was about the Bean Scouts spending their summer in Camp Kidney. Camp Lazlo is pretty good, but it is not better than Rocko because Rocko is a classic. But Joe Murray, he did a good job. This show pretty much reminds me of Rocko's Modern Life because it was created by Joe Murray. And the characters of Camp Lazlo are similar to the characters of Rocko's Modern Life, since they did have some of the voice actors from Rocko's Modern Life on this show, like Carlos Alazraqui, Tom Kenny, Mr. Lawrence, and the list goes on. Camp Lazlo ran for 5 seasons and 61 episodes from July 8, 2005 to March 27, 2008. Camp Lazlo won 3 Primetime Emmy Awards. Camp Lazlo was definitely a good show, even though people said Rocko's Modern Life was better. Number 14, The Life and Times of Juniper Lee. This is about Juniper Lee continues her fight against the forces of mischief and chaos. This show ran for 3 seasons and 40 episodes from May 30th, 2005 to April 9th, 2007. It's a pretty good show. It ended way too early, in my honest opinion. Number 13, Hi Hi Puffy Amiyumi. The series stars fictionalized and animated versions of the pop group Amiyumi. This show ran for 3 seasons and 39 episodes from November 19, 2004 to June 27, 2006. During its short run, it was nominated for 3 Emmy Awards. They did show the show several times on the Cartoon Show before being removed from the Cartoon Network schedule. I definitely enjoy Hi Hi Puffy Amiyumi. Number 12, Grim and Evil. Before the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy and Evil Con Carne became 2 separate shows, this is where it all began, where Grim and Evil's where you had 2 segments of the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy and 1 segment of Evil Con Carne, or 2 segments of Evil Con Carne and 1 segment of the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. It ran for 2 seasons and 27 episodes between August. It premiered on Gray DeLisle's 27th birthday, August 24th, 2001, part of Cartoon Fridays, and the day before Aaliyah and 8 others died in that plane crash. And it ran until October 18, 2002. And then in 2003, the 2 shows, Billy and Mandy and Evil Con Carne, was split into their own series. And speaking of Evil Con Carne, that's my number 11. After Grim and Evil ended, like I said, Billy and Mandy and Evil Con Carne would split each other into its own series. It centers on wealthy crime lord Hector Con Carne, who is reduced to his brain and his stomach on a bear named Boskov, a Russian circus bear. Evil Con Carne ran for 2 seasons and 22 episodes from July 11th, 2003 to October 22nd, 2004, with reruns airing until December 3rd, 2005. Reruns of the show returned on Cartoon Network, part of Cartoon Planet, from April 12th or April 13th, Friday the 13th, 2012, until March 29th, 2013. Reruns did air on Adult Swim, part of Checkered Past, from December 1st, 2003 to December 19th of last year. Evil Con Carne is definitely hella underrated. Now it's time for my top 10 Cartoon Network shows of the 2000s. Number 10, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. After the success of the Powerpuff Girls, Craig McCracken decided to create another cartoon for Cartoon Network, which was Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. It was about an 8-year-old boy named Mac who is pressured by his mother to his abandoned imaginary friend Blue. Blue moves into the home and is kept from adoption as long as Mac visits him every day. Foster's ran for 6 seasons and 79 episodes between August 13, 2004 to May 3, 2009. I was devastated when the show came to an end. It ended a month before I graduated from high school. When I heard that Foster's came to an end, I'm like, fuck you, Cartoon Network. Why do you have to keep killing all the good shows? It's like, come on. That's a damn shame. After Foster's ended, Craig McCracken pretty much left Cartoon Network because of Cartoon Network's problems. I heard that he's making a new spin-off show called Foster's Fun Time for Imaginary Friends, which I cannot wait for it to come out. It hasn't come out yet, but I'll let y'all know. Foster's Fun Time for Imaginary Friends. Number 9, Whatever Happened to Robot Jones. I don't give a damn if it ran for only 2 seasons. I'm still putting it in my top 10. Robot Jones was another underrated show. It pretty much follows a young robot copes with humans and tries to survive adolescence. Robot Jones ran for 13 episodes and 2 seasons it premiered on July 19, 2002, part of Cartoon Fridays, and ran until November 14, 2003. The first season had 6 episodes, while the second season had 7. 2 reasons why Robot Jones got canceled. The first reason was Robot Jones' voice had changed. In the first season, he actually sounded like a robot, but in the second season, his voice was more human. And the second reason why it got canceled because Cartoon Network was not giving it the recognition that it deserved. Yeah, Cartoon Network did Robot Jones dirty. But it was still a great show. They do have the entire series on YouTube. And I do watch it every now and then. Number 8, Time Squad. I don't give a damn if it only ran for 2 seasons. I'm still putting it in my top 10. It centers around Buck Tud Russell, Larry 3000, and Otto Osworth as they travel back in time to learn the history about people like Eli Whitney, George Washington Carver, Beethoven, Ben Franklin, and the list goes on. The show ran for 2 seasons and 26 episodes. It premiered on Friday, June 8th, 2001, 9 days before my 10th birthday / Father's Day, part of Cartoon Fridays, and ran until Thanksgiving Eve 2003, November 26th, the same day Soldier Slim got killed. Reruns continue to air on Cartoon Network until September 3rd, 2005, and has not been seen on TV since. Time Squad was another show that was on the top 10 Cartoon Network shows that was canceled and deserves a second chance. They put that at number 9. And Time Squad to me deserves a 3rd season. And it had a great cast. I know Rob Paulsen did the voice of Tud Russell. Mr. Joker, Mark Hamill, did the voice of Larry. And of course, Miss Bobby Hill and Miss Spinelli, Pamela Adlon, did the voice of Otto. This was my sister's favorite Cartoon Network show of the 2000s. She and I definitely enjoyed this show. If it wasn't for this show, I wouldn't know the history about George Washington Carver, Ben Franklin, and all of them. I wouldn't know nothing about these people if it wasn't for this show. This show was funny and educated at the same time. Number 7, Sheep in the Big City. It's about a sheep on the run hides out in a big city. Another show that Cartoon Network did dirty that lasted for only 2 seasons and 26 episodes. From November 17, 2000, part of Cartoon Fridays until April 7, 2002, with reruns airing until 2003. Sheep in a Big City will be 25 years old on Monday. Actually, the pilot episode aired on August 18, 2000, part of Cartoon Network's Cartoon Summer, before its debut 2 months later on November 17th. Or 3 months later, excuse me. Thank you, Mo Williams, for creating this amazing show. Number 6, Ben 10 Alien Force / the original Ben 10. The first Ben 10 is when Ben Tennyson, a 10-year-old boy, discovers a magical device that can transform him into 10 different aliens. And then you have Ben 10 Alien Force. Ben 10 is 15 years old and becoming leader wearing his magical Omnitrix. The first Ben 10 ran for 4 seasons and 52 episodes. It premiered the day after My Gym Partner's a Monkey, December 27, 2005, and ran until April 15, 2008. Ben 10 Alien Force ran from April 23rd Ben 10 Alien Force ran from April 18th, 2008 to March 26, 2010. 3 seasons and 46 episodes, and it was succeeded by Ben 10 Ultimate Alien in 2010. I can't wait to celebrate 20 years of the OG Ben 10 on December 27th. Ben was originally voiced by Tara Strong in the original series. And then he was voiced by Yuri Lowenthal, who's known for voicing Sasuke on Naruto. It's a great show. And the franchise is still going 20 years later. Now it's time for my top 5 Cartoon Network shows of the 2000s. Number 5, Justice League and Justice League / Justice League Unlimited. This show is pretty much about DC superheroes. We have Batman, Green Lantern, Wonder Woman, Flash, and the list goes on. The original Justice League ran for 2 seasons and 52 episodes from November 17th 2001, the day before Survivor Series aired on pay-per-view, and the day before the GameCube was released here in North America. It ran until May 29, 2004. 2 months after the original Justice League ended, they came up with the sequel, Justice League Unlimited. That ran for 3 seasons and 39 episodes from July 31st, 2004 to May 13, 2006. As much as I like the original Justice League, I like Justice League Unlimited more. Both shows were pretty good, but I like Justice League Unlimited more. Number 4, The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. Yes, I have Billy and Mandy over Evil Con Carne. After Grim and Evil ended, Billy and Mandy and Evil Con Carne, like I said, has split each other into their own series. Billy and Mandy ran for 6 seasons and 84 episodes from June 13th, 2003 to November 9, 2007. During the show's run, it won 2 Emmy Awards and 1 Annie Award, and also had a Daytime Emmy nomination. Billy and Mandy has had merchandises including a video game that I reviewed last year. Billy and Mandy was one of the funniest shows to ever exist on Cartoon Network. So when it comes to Cartoon Network shows of the 2000s or even TV shows from 2003, you have to put Billy and Mandy in the top 5. It's definitely my top 5 Cartoon Network shows of the 2000s. All right, now it's time for my top 3. Number 3, Samurai Jack. We all know the show is about a young samurai named Jack who's trying to destroy the evil Aku and go back to the past. After the success of Dexter's Laboratory, Genndy Tartakovsky or Genndy Tartakovsky decided to create another cartoon for Cartoon Network, which was Samurai Jack. Genndy Tartakovsky left production of Dexter's Laboratory to begin working on Samurai Jack. Samurai Jack's first run ran for 4 seasons and 52 episodes. From August 10th, 2001, part of Cartoon Fridays, and ran until September 25th, 2004. My mom's birthday, that is. Years after a long hiatus, the show returned with a 5th season with 10 episodes between March 11th and May 20th, 2017 on Adult Swim, part of Toonami. So the show has a total of 5 seasons and 62 episodes. Samurai Jack is definitely one of the best action shows to ever exist on Cartoon Network. I'm glad they actually brought the show back for a 5th season to finish up the story. I mean, it took them long enough to bring it back. And I heard rumors saying that it was supposed to be a movie of Samurai Jack coming out, but they pretty much canceled that plan so they can focus on bringing the show back for a 5th season. So I'm glad they actually finished up the story of Jack destroying Aku so he can go back to the past. Number 2, Codename Kids Next Door. This is about a mysterious treehouse hidden from adults is the headquarters of 5 friends, 10-year-olds to take out adults. Kids Next Door was one of the best shows to ever exist on Cartoon Network. It premiered on Friday, December 6, 2002, part of Cartoon Fridays, and ran until Martin Luther King Day, January 21st, 2008, with 6 seasons and 81 episodes. And it also had a special 1 hour crossover with the Grim Adventures of Billy and Manny in 2007. The Grim Adventures of K and D. It also came out with two video games, Operation Soda and Operation Video Game. Kids Next Door currently airs in reruns on Boomerang. Like I said, Kids Next Door, one of the best shows to exist on Cartoon Network. And it was one of the last three cartoons that was left between 07 and 09. I definitely enjoy Codename Kids Next Door. And now, my number one Cartoon Network show of the 2000s. When the world is in trouble and you don't know who to run to, who do you call? The Teen Titans. Yep, Teen Titans is my number one Cartoon Network show of the 2000s. We all know the show is based on the comic book of the same name, where it revolves around a team of teenage superheroes. Robin, Starfire, Cyborg, Raven, and Beast Boy. The show ran for 5 seasons and 65 episodes, with 13 episodes each, from July 19, 2003 to January 16, 2006, with a TV movie, Teen Titans Trouble in Tokyo, airing on September 15th. The show was originally supposed to run for 4 seasons, but due to its popularity, Cartoon Network pretty much renewed the show for a 5th season, with the first 2 seasons airing on Kids WB from 2003 to 2005 and from 2007 to 2008. Reruns of the show aired on Boomerang from 2009 until 2014. Teen Titans is currently available to stream on Prime Video. Teen Titans is my GOAT Cartoon Network show of the 2000s, and is my number one TV show of the year 2003. And it was the number one Cartoon Network show that was canceled and deserves a second chance. We're still waiting for that 6th season. And the theme song still goes hard 22 years later, performed by Ami Yumi, of course. And it came out with a video game, which I currently have. That's going to do it for my top 20 Cartoon Network shows of the 2000s. Next list I will reveal is a redo of my top 5 most hated celebrities. What do y'all think about my Cartoon Network shows of the 2000s list? Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'll be back tomorrow recapping the Lakers versus the Hornets